Good evening. It's Mikey's Marauders playing Destiny. Go over last night's fight. Maybe do some RP for next week after, whenever this next one might be. Uh, Most of the cast is here, and we'll get into
No,
it.
not.
You're not here? Darn it. No, it's a good thing you're not important.
I mean, you're almost 30. You should have object permanence skills by now.
I'm glad I'm only almost 30. It's nice to be almost 30 and not 30.
Listen, man. You pass that one day and suddenly everything gets worse. Your knees are already fucked. Just wait until your body knows it's 30.
I may not be good at math, but I'm pretty sure May 5th has passed.
I'm pretty sure too, but I think Bruce forgot.
Was this 30 for you?
Yeah, I was born in 94.
Oh man. Well, I mean, we know I'm the oldest mech warrior, so we understand why my brain's falling apart.
Back in my day, you weren't quite 30. By which I mean 2 months ago.
Not even that, 8 months.
You and your math.
Stupid math.
There's a reason that I went into psychology and not hard science.
Because hard sciences are hard. It's in the name.
Yes. And why are they hard? Because
Numbers?
chemistry is really physics, just disguised as stuff. Physics is just math.
Physics is just math.
It's just applied math.
I'd be fine with chemistry because at the end of the day, like they tell you the formulas and you don't have to be like, look at this blob of numbers. What do you apply to it to make it a different blob of numbers that we like?
I'm here to tell you that Jackie will strike you from on high if you sit there and be like, I could handle chemistry.
That's why I went into
Give you
English.
so much information, the what's left of your brain will melt out your toes.
I currently could not
organic
handle
chemistry class because it felt like it was like up here, right? And like the professor's signing my drop slip, and he's like, "You know, you have the highest grade in the class right now," and I'm like, "I'm not understanding a thing, man."
Of what? 42?
I took a logic course to get out of math.
I got my English degree for my love of math.
And then proceeded to work at Geek Squad.
Yeah, computers is easy.
No,
Yeah. That's what I do.
All right, Mikey.
I got my English degree and started working with numbers at a casino.
Counting cards isn't exactly math. Oh wait, that's all math.
Yeah, it's all
So
math.
Isn't that all math? Isn't that like
It's like all
wasn't
math.
that the point of a couple movies?
Yes.
That's why he's funny, Rain Man.
All right, Mikey. Why don't you catch everybody up, including Ray, on what happened?
Oh, had fight. Irby got beat up. Didn't quite die, but he got beat up.
I'm not dead yet.
We killed many mechs. 3 of them ran away. Here, TTS crashed. Dad said they didn't run away and then went, you know what? No, because they didn't want to die. They definitely would have run away upon giving it more than a second's thought.
We would also have to have finished that fight, and I didn't want to restart TTS at any other later date.
Yeah. So we had a fight. We killed, I think there were 7 or 8 mechs, and we killed all but 3.
Yeah, whittling them down.
Also-
Unfortunately to that, we failed to kill the 3 valuable mechs.
Oh, of course we did. I didn't realize we failed to kill the 3 dice ones.
Yeah,
Also-
we didn't kill the ones we wanted. We would have wanted.
Kind of after the fact, I feel like I did a poor job of explaining exactly what I wanted the Irby to do, and that's on me. So,
Oh no,
So-
there's an Irby on him.
So what did you want?
well, I didn't want the whole Irby to be functional. I didn't want to be able to be like, and then the Irby can stand up and walk away. I kind of wanted to just be like Irby torso on top of like the Irby twist part, like welded to a truck bed.
I mean, that's kind of
like-
what it was. Like, Irby was sitting up on the flatbed.
Yeah, with like a box around it so that like when we got ambushed, the box could fall and be like missiles.
Oh yeah, you didn't say anything about that part.
Yeah, that's what is in my head, and that's on me.
You know what helps for getting things out of your head and into other people's heads?
Using the word speak, I'm bad at that.
We know.
So-
He wanted a jerk in the box.
Yeah, I wanted a jerk in the box.
Yikes.
You know, I
Anyways,
know somebody.
people
who
pay a
did
lot
the
of money
jerk
for
in the
that, I think.
box.
I think
Hold-
people
hold
pay a
on.
lot of money for that.
Hold on, I can fix this problem. Okay, I fixed the problem.
There's no,
I see a jerk in the box laughing right now.
That's back. Now I can speak again. I was saying the word speak, but Daniel had muted me.
Yes.
Like
I solved
jerk.
the problem, guys. I made it go away.
Yeah, people pay a lot of money for that jerk box thing.
Hey, I mean, we mentioned we were gonna do an only Campbell.
Yeah. You were talking about it in another chat today too. I mean,
It sounds
One of these days you'll commit.
Yeah. It's gonna go full out. The first one is gonna be only hams, and I'm just gonna be posing with a bunch of ham.
okay.
Like, okay, is that all you're doing? Yes, sometimes
an
feet
expensive
pics, but I'll
photo
have
shoot.
shoes on.
You can do it kind of similar to the Facebook group, the same photo of Chief O'Brien every day.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
same
The same picture of Campbell with a ham every day.
the same photo of this bald bearded man with a ham every day, and see if people pay money for it. We'll see what happens.
And it gets a little bit more moldy every day.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are you doing now that you're back?
If I'm looking at my notes correctly, we did not figure out the name of who was attacking us.
No, but I think we did the math and realized that they're kind of low on mechs now. What they have
Well-
left is probably nice.
Well, we left 3 alive. Were there 7 or 8 mechs, Dad?
7.
7. So
we
we
killed
killed
4.
4. They should have approximately 8 left,
Yes.
plus vehicle support.
Did anything come of our decoy drop? Do we know?
I believe they thanked you for giving them the locust back
Okay.
during the
Let
fight.
them know. Oh, I don't remember hearing that.
They meant to. Or I meant for them to. Thank you for returning their locust.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
well,
As
I
long
think
as
what
the
they
drop
said was thank you for
got
the
it very
Irby.
clear.
Yeah, thank you for the Irby.
Probably because they thought they were going to take that too, but that didn't work out so well.
Yeah, how'd that go for them?
I mean, for the little guys, not well.
No. GM's
Got-
okayest mech did just as much work as you would expect.
And I believe some of you, had TTS not crashed, may have taken more substantial damage.
Potentially. Some of us were getting rough, but we weren't rough yet.
If I remember correctly, I hadn't even broken into structure.
The Irby is the only one that took structure damage, but a lot of us were close.
Okay.
I believe Adam had 1 armor left.
Yeah.
Adam had 1. Campbell had 3. Nope, that's different fight. Because that has the Jenner or the. Wait, hold on. Was that the right fight? Archer, Irby, Jenner, Trebuchet, Blackjack. No, that is the right fight.
Yep.
So yeah, the Jenner hadn't taken any damage, but everyone else was running out of armor.
And then
Not out
TTS
of.
crashed. And then TTS crashed, and there was
Yep.
much sadness.
Was there any interesting salvage from that?
No, Dad and I talked about the mechs that were there. There were a bunch of like periphery, pirate mechs.
Anything that could be used to soup up the Irby?
Nothing soups up the Irby.
Well, we can't put more bees in the trash can?
No, it is beat out.
What if? Are there a bunch of SRMs? Can we weld more SRMs to it and keep the truck, and just have like the most periphery jury rigged SRM carrier based around a truck bed and an Irby?
I mean, possibly I'd have to look at those mechs again and see what their loadouts were.
The look on Daniel's face is, I don't hate this because it means we'd have an SRM, but like SRM carrier, but we would have an Irby still.
But I
don't know
also,
how I feel.
well, I don't know that I hate this idea, but I also don't think I like this idea.
That's the closest statement so far. I'm not upset, but I'm not happy.
We'll put that in the back burner. We'll see if they'll let us keep the trailer of the Irby's welded too.
Did I get any better information about who we might be dealing with, Dad, so I can try to figure out who they are again?
You haven't talked to anybody about it. You were more worried about your after action and everything last last RP session.
Yes, but we were
Did
still
capture
looking up.
any of the pilots?
Shit.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Did you hear him, Dad?
The pilots used the Van Zant method of not putting
Because our-
fuses in their ejection seats.
Because our cockpits are lacking an ejection fuse?
Uh-huh. They figure they will not be treated well, so they just go down with the ship. Most pirates are kind of, being piratey.
That's fair.
I don't know if you remember, but you did notice in the last fight that there were multiple color schemes this time.
Mm-mm.
Some of them had that original color scheme, and other ones had, I think the Cougar had kind of a undetermined clan paint scheme, but it also had bandit cast markings.
Okay, like it used to be a clanner who got told to eat shit?
Well, I mean, they have their bandit cast, the dark cast.
I thought those were just outcasts.
No, some of them have,
You're fired.
but I think one of them had like mark colors.
So this wasn't a fight where we could have gotten anything particularly useful.
Well, I mean, there were a couple that had the other scheme still too,
Mm,
but more pointing out that that's not necessarily their scheme.
oh. Okay.
Do you want to ask around? Do you want to do some checking? Do you want to? Because it doesn't come up in your logs, but that doesn't mean it's nowhere.
Yeah, I don't
Like-
think...
It doesn't come up in your mech ID logs, like inside your cockpit.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's not in any other logs. Does that make sense?
Yes.
What about their transponder data? Anything unique there, Jeff?
You're not privy to their transponders.
Would we not be able to salvage any of them from the mechs and look at it?
You would have like their data logs, but there's not like you would have, well, you wouldn't even have comms. You would have like their frequency, but everybody's gonna frequency hop. So
Mm-hmm.
And encryption.
right. Oh, somebody's back. Who did we lose? Did we lose Ray?
Adam.
Adam
Oh,
dropped
Adam.
for a moment.
Okay. I just saw I went from 5 back to 6 and hadn't noticed going down to 5. Oh, I
Oh,
saw it
there
that
he goes
time.
again.
That time I saw it.
No, I think Mikey's still mostly worried with the after action, making sure mechs are straightened out and things like that.
Oh, anybody else going to try to find out then?
Uh,
Why is Warrior TV in there?
no, I think I'm kind of focused. I'm kind of like picking through the wreckage and seeing if there's anything that sparks a particular fancy. Like, is there anything kind of neat or weird, I guess?
Okay.
Or like a unique variant, or maybe one of them has like a random clan weapon on them that's no better than an, well, no, it would be better than an spear, but you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
Adam speaking tongues.
That happens a lot.
We're gonna need an old
Call
priest
me
and a
on
young priest.
Facebook Messenger, and it kicked me off of audio, so I had to end it. Now it's just not working through my car anymore.
Ah. You can just wait till you get home, man.
Yeah, I'll join when I get home.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, bye bye.
Right.
And of course, now that I'm looking for it, I cannot find.
The list of what we had to fight last week.
No, my link for the paint scheme.
Oh, I put it in Discord. I also may still have it saved on my phone. Hold on.
No, I know what it looks like. It was from a site. And then I zoomed in and took the picture.
Oh.
Because it's an actual unit.
Mm-hmm. I also don't see it on my phone conveniently, so. Ray, what are you doing?
Figure, don't really have any tech skills. See if I can figure out where these, bad guys are hanging out. Go over to the bar, carouse, drink. Maybe get into some fights, see if I can learn something.
We at least know where they were hanging out, because Bruce found their dropship.
Yeah, so,
So.
that knowledge and figuring out, extrapolating from there, see if I can figure out where they are now.
Yeah. Did a further pattern show up in like what they're trying to do? Were there additional attacks to the ambush that we set?
No.
No, it was just them sending out guys to grab the locust and them attacking us this time.
Well, you did run into them. They were coming to get your salvage. They didn't know you were necessarily going to be there.
Yeah. That's what I meant by the ambush that we set.
Yeah. They just wanted to try to steal another mech.
No matter how meh it is.
Actuators and armor and
Exactly.
electronics are
Fairly plug and play.
Yeah.
Which is why you're letting actuators and armor and whatnot be free.
Yep. Until you get down into structure where stuff's actually busticated.
Is there anything, Jeff, that, like, going through all of our sensor logs, Is there anything that I can gain about their identity from there?
In what way? Like, what are you trying to find in your sensors?
Are they using like any like specific kind of like communication encryption or like anything that would identify themselves?
How would you recognize their encryptions?
I was about to say you can't really.
I mean, we would have recorded all of their radio calls, and the dropship has some pretty decent computers in it. Like, can we break their encryption that way?
You can give it a shot. Do you have any skill to do that with?
I have the communication skill.
I have technician, which could help with that.
Okay, I'll let you two attempt that.
Well, first we need to figure out if they have any kind of fanatical adherence to a leader figure, and they end all of their letters with the same 2 words.
Pay your bills?
That's 3.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Depends on where you came from. That could be pay your bills.
Yeah,
Landlord.
and if you say it fast enough with enough
Hey, Bill!
slurring, it's 1 word.
Hey, Bill!
Pay your bill.
Get
out of here.
So my technician roll ends up at an 11.
Not broke.
My communication skill ends up at 14 after adding rating and attribute.
How many? Okay, who was doing it? Was Daniel helping you, or were you each doing it singly?
I figured it would be like both of us helping each other.
Then why am I getting 2 rolls?
Because we're both doing stuff.
I like throwing dice.
Okay.
Like making the rat rock go click clack.
There is no discernible pattern like Brandon was talking about. Like, there's no like, "Hey, boss" at the end, or major whatever. There's no real pattern in there. You pick up some things when you crack it, but there's not. It's mostly just battle. Like, hey, watch that blackjack behind the building. You dumbass, why did you run out there? You're gonna get. Oh, you got smoked. Good job, stupid. I mean, you get like pirate raider, half organized, kind of disorganized comms.
Okay, makes sense.
There was one voice that was very proper. There are no contractions. How many of you have anything regarding the clans?
I do not.
Nope.
Although I would assume, given that we're in Ill Clan era, everyone knows how the clans talk.
Right, but you wouldn't necessarily recognize battle talk.
No, but the lack of contractions would likely lead someone to at least believe that was a clanner or
Right.
someone raised in clan space.
Yep, and there was a cougar. So,
Yeah.
and he seemed to be the one who was trying to coordinate the chaos, but it was just kind of seemed like a lot of them had their own ideas.
Yeah, so since I'm mostly shooty last guy, I'm just trying to work that social angle. So, a big group like that, go to the last place they were, like, hey, where's the crack? Man, where's everybody hanging out now? So what bars and what locations have got like an influx of foreigners here, guys?
Ray, can you move the mic like 3 inches away from your mouth and stop eating it?
I'm wearing a headset. That's a negative.
Can you see me? Can you not do that?
No, my mic drops. It doesn't wiggle.
Oh,
I can push it back on my head here. How's that?
I'm only laughing so much because you remind me so much of Ricky from Magistrata Mundanus.
Wow. He doesn't even get that reference.
He doesn't, but Daniel's dying now too.
Are you like
pizza.
are you asking around, Ray? Because they're gonna tell you that the place that has the influx of newcomers is the bar you're in, and it's you.
Well, give me a drink then.
Ah, here you go.
Hey, where's all the new folk? Right there.
You.
Primark pizza.
Primark pizza.
I tried. There we go.
Oh God.
Oh man.
All right.
I don't know. What ideas does everyone else have?
Well, we have a scout, right? That's what a whole Bruce is, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
How long has it been since the battle?
Day or so.
Okay. Do you think you're capable of following? Well, they probably got dropped off on the dropship at some point, didn't they?
Did they get dropped off with their dropship, Dad, or did they run in?
No, they ran. That's a big drop ship.
I know. That's why I was asking before I assumed.
They ran in, but there's no. Is it the kind of dropship that would be used doing?
No.
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 It is a. Hold on. It is a dictator class drop pod that has a potential of 36 mechs that it carries.
Okay. So would our resident scout be willing to follow the tracks of the 3 mechs that left?
I mean, you guys know where it's at.
Oh, we know where it's at? I thought it left.
No, it's parked. Bruce found it when he went up the plane with that guy, or Jessica
Okay.
rather, and it's got like a perimeter around it with the vehicles and like mechs patrolling the perimeter, and then they're going from there to do their other stuff.
So what we really need to do is just kind of anticipate the target and ambush them again.
Let's say, or coax them out again.
Yeah, but they might not take a coaxing. After the shellacking they got last time, they probably will not be running at any obvious bait.
In addition to the 5 mechs and mech warriors we have, is any of our ground crew qualified to, like, if we jury rigged the dump truck into a SRM carrier, can we
Hey,
do that?
Campbell.
Do we have enough?
Adjust your sensitivity.
Morse code?
Sorry, Bruce. I couldn't hear you over printer.
Does any of our ground crew have enough, like, driver or gunner skill that we can throw a couple of SRMs on the dump truck that we were using?
I mean, probably.
Like, turn the dump truck into, like, an ad hoc SRM or LRM carrier?
Yeah, but I don't know. Well, Mikey?
Do we have enough SRM launchers to do that?
Do you?
To the best of my knowledge, that are free, we have 3 on the Irby.
Right. I don't remember what everybody else was armed with.
Not SRMs.
What about the weapons from the mechs that we have destroyed?
That's what I mean. I don't
Can we-
remember their exact loadouts
Okay.
because it's Alpha Strike and I don't remember now. I looked at them and picked them accordingly, but I don't remember what they had. If Daniel has the model numbers, which I don't have to hand,
Nope.
In Vietnam, the Transportation Corps was tired of getting ambushed by the Viet Cong.
yeah,
So they took like deuce and a halfs or 5 tons and like armored them and put a bunch of machine guns on there. Like a bunch of 50 cals. Like I think we could probably at least jerry rig something like that.
I mean, you can get 3 SRM6s off the Irby.
None of our ground crew can just pilot the Irby.
Not in combat.
Okay.
They're good enough. They're like, they can drive like industrial mechs, and if you need it moved from, or if the mech needs to be moved from, say, outside the dropship to the repair gantry, they can do that, but they're
Gotcha.
not combat
Valets.
specialized.
Not murder hobo ready?
No.
God, that was embarrassingly hard to say for some reason. Well, I don't have any skills that would help me try to figure out who these guys are and what they might want. And I am pretty out of ideas. Like, we know where they are, we just need to whittle them down and make them leave.
I come back to mission control with a cold 6-pack, drop it down. Here, guys, have some inspiration.
I mean, your ship, Daniel, should have a, for lack of a better term, Battlepedia, a Sarna, where you could probably put in a pick of different schemes that would tell you, or like a camo specs online.
Just start throwing the scheme in and find one that matches and hope.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I can do that.
Give me an int roll.
Oh, well, you know, at least Mikey's smart. Not when he rolls like that, though. 9?
So we don't know where the drop ship is right now, right?
It's the same place
It
it
hasn't
was.
moved.
Okay. Do
It's
we have
been-
any drones? Can we, like, instead of trying to hack into their comms, can we physically just send up a drone to observe when they leave and then kind of follow them from the distance so we know kind of what they're going after?
I don't know that you guys have drones.
That's what I was going to say. They don't.
Can we make
don't
some
have-
with all of our little geeky nerds running around with their wrenches, banging on stuff, and turning it into turrets? Can we just have them rig us up one?
Well, I can't make a drone, but I can put a laser on one if we had it.
What
Hey,
about all our nerds in the background?
probably. I mean, there should still be like remote control airplanes in that, if nothing else. I don't know why
Well,
drone
yeah.
technology would have gone away.
Yeah, we just go to the Radio Shack and pick up a cheap drone with a camera. Literally, just wait, have it fly up there, wait for them to open up their bay doors, send the thing out, and see where they go.
Even if it's not a drone, if we just, like, have someone in a Jeep and they just call us when they're leaving.
Our dropship can do atmosphere ops, right?
Yeah.
Could we just keep tabs on them, find out where they're going, and then like drop on them while they're doing it.
I mean, flying costs money, yo.
Flying does cost money, but do you know what else costs money? Sitting on this planet, not being able to take other contracts.
You are here for the foreseeable future until
We're here for
you're
6 months.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. We're on a time contract, not a do the thing contract, aren't we?
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's get busy.
Flying does cost money.
Daniel, you get a hit.
Oh, okay. Even with that garbage roll,
The Tortuga Fusiliers.
Tortuga.
Tortuga.
You can get anything in Tortuga. I got an unrelated Discord message, and I was like, "Damn, that was fast, Dad."
Oh no, I'm not giving you any more than the name.
Should I not be doing this?
I mean, go ahead. It's gonna tell you. It's gonna tell you how far back they go.
Oh.
We'll share with the class.
The Tortuga Fusiliers began as troops in the Free Worlds League, served as household troops to House Amaris in the Rimworld Republic, and then went to be mercenaries. So, maybe pirates with a little bit of leadership.
I mean, mostly it feels like they're kind of disorganized and ad hoc, except for the clanner.
Or they're a bunch of idiots rallied around an actual mercenary unit that's trying to hide what they're doing. How much... Almost threw my phone. How much can Mikey find out about the recent history for the Fusiliers? Just on what he can find on in-game Sarna.
On Il Clan Sarna?
Yeah, on Il Clan Sarna. Before Daniel goes reading a lot of this wiki and finding out stuff that isn't super helpful. Actually, it only tells things up to 3064.
Right.
So, not helpful. However, in 3064, they had 3 companies.
These mechs, the mechs you've seen, are all... I'm trying to think of how to put this. They may be current designs, but they don't seem fresh off an assembly line.
Poorly maintained?
No. Do you know what a Brian cache is?
Yes. For the class, a Brian cache is a Star League era cache of like mechs and armor that the SLDF would have used. Like, on this planet, we have a fortified bunker. In the event of war, instead of sending mechs, we'll send 12 pilots and they'll turn on the cache and have mechs ready to rumble.
That was that one mission where you got a Highlander, right?
Yes.
Nice.
So, like, this maybe isn't the original Fusiliers and someone found their stuff?
You're not sure. Like you said, your dates stop at 3064, but these guys are real disorganized.
end of invasion? I forget what years the invasion is.
The end of the invasion, roughly FedCom Civil War.
Okay, so end of invasion right after invasion.
Operation
Operation Kill the
Serpent?
Douche Clan?
Yeah.
I-
Task Force Serpent, maybe?
Fuck, what clan do they kill? Not Smoke Jaguar, I don't think.
You
Oh,
were
is it Smoke
correct.
Jaguar?
Yes.
Oh, well, cool. That's the only one that could come to mind.
So maybe that proper talking guy, maybe he knew where the cache was, and the rest of the jerks that he's running around with are just what he could get.
Maybe.
That is possible. I mean, they would probably have records of the Brian caches.
No, those died with the SLDF. That's why they're rare and hard to find.
Jeff?
Also, Comstar would have been cleaning them up because Comstar.
Well, yeah, but the clans are the SLDF.
Anybody got any history?
I have knowledge Solaris.
Are you going to tell the whole group this?
Yes.
Okay.
Whoever is near me, like in the recreation area on the dropship, will be told in person. Everyone else gets an email, and if they care enough, they can ask.
Does anybody have any like academy training or anything else like that?
I've got technical college.
Everybody give me an int roll.
Ooh, man.
That's 3 dice plus your int, right?
2.
2.
2 dice plus int? Okay.
We always roll 2 dice. Dad gets to roll variable amounts.
So I don't have a sheet presently, but I rolled a 10.
Okay. Tommy knows his
I got
name.
a 13.
Okay. Everybody over, at Ray and up,
Oh,
the Star League weren't the only ones with Brian caches. Amaris had also hidden mechs in storage on underdeveloped planets for when the Periphery Civil War kicked off, leading up to the coup
I didn't know that.
for the Secret War and the Secret Armies, because he was actually funding the entire Periphery Uprising which drew the SLDF away from Terra.
Are these caches, Jeff, are they like the contemporary military practice of just having warehouses full of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be like having a sealed bunker in Nevada full of Abrams.
Or
And if someone makes it to Nevada, they meet like a battalion of functional Abrams.
well, it's like Reforger and all of the tanks and everything spotted in Germany
Right.
that everybody was flown in for when we were kids. Here's your tank. Go get them, lads.
So
Okay, so they're probably looking for one of these caches. Do we have any idea how we can find one?
Or
They're
they found
looking for one, or they found one.
And are looking for another.
What's the history of Mabuti?
Well documented.
Moga Booty. Moga Booty.
Well documented with no caches.
Fuck.
No official
I
caches.
forgot the name of the planet, Campbell. I just knew it started with an M and it ended with booty.
I thought it was Djibouti.
It's Moga Booty.
It is. It's Moga Booty.
I broke Campbell.
It is in former Rimworld space.
That's
but
no moon.
nothing was found because it was... You guys who made the roll know that these hidden caches were just that. They were not on documented worlds.
Oh, so they would have been on like asteroid number 17.
Or a system that they went and found and never
Mhm.
put on a chart, or had on an
So no
internal chart.
caches on Mabuti, but there may be D's.
Say again, Adam?
No caches on Mabuti, but there may be D's.
No caches. No nuts.
Ah, got him.
Got him.
Jeff, how far is their base camp from the area that we're using as a headquarters?
Quite a ways.
Can I have my buddy, the Cessna pilot, fly me out to within like 15 miles of their base camp? And I can infiltrate on foot the rest of the way? Just operating on the assumption that a person on foot is much harder to detect than a 30-ton Jenner.
The Stompy murder bot.
Yes. I mean, you guys probably have Jeeps and stuff. You could probably drive that way.
Okay.
At the
So
very least, we could probably borrow a Jeep.
let's do that. I just want to get like more of an idea of who these people are as people, and maybe take out one or two, like one or two of their pilots before our next engagement with them.
How do you plan on doing that part?
So, I mean, Jesse grew up hunting on backwoods planets
Okay.
and is a sniper
Okay.
with a stealth skill.
I mean, okay. We'll see.
Like, assassinating a few of their pilots is a secondary consideration. It is mostly just observing and information gathering.
Right.
Assassination would be a target of opportunity.
Yeah. And like particularly like in my head, these seem to be like a bunch of bumpkins that are led by a single or maybe one or two reasonably well trained mech warriors. And if I can get like a photograph of that person that we can run through the Sarna database, that might be a thing that we can do.
Okay.
So like priority is like photographic intelligence
Right.
from a discrete couple hundred yards. I will set up a communication schedule with Mikey. And if I have to exfiltrate, this is the code word for an emergency exfiltration. And like plan for rally points along my route.
Okay.
And I think if he has to exfiltrate like that, it's like take the dropship to him.
That's an escalation.
Like, don't lose my pilot. Like,
Right.
if he has to exfiltrate, drive to this location, the dropship will come to you,
Oh,
and we
I
will
see what
pick
you
you
mean.
up.
Not necessarily to, like, where he's hiding.
Yeah, to the exfil point.
Right. I got it now. I get what you mean.
And, like, obviously with mechs ready to rumble in case they're trying to chase him.
Mm-hmm.
I could always rig up some kind of explosion to go off when you're ready to exfiltrate so that they're responding to something else away from you.
Do you have the stealth skill, Adam?
I do not, but I don't have to be super stealthy to get close enough that an explosion would raise enough concern for them to respond to it.
He's trying not to take mechs.
No, I know. It's just that if he needs to leave, then they'll be responding to something else and not paying any attention to him. Something I could detonate from afar that I wouldn't have.
Not
to
a bad
necessarily
idea
be there.
for us to maybe have a couple of pre-packed explosives, just that I can set up somewhere and detonate if I have to get out quickly.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure that we would be able to like spare a couple of rigged SRM single missiles to just have him like set down.
It kind of prompts the discussion of how big is a single SRM?
I'm pretty sure
Well,
it's
there
pretty
are-
big.
Is
There
it like
are
Javelin
man-portable
or Stinger
SRMs.
size, or
Well,
is it
that's
like,
true. No, there's man-portable SRM-2 launchers.
Yeah. And you don't even need to be in a battle suit. There's just man-portable.
Yeah.
They're squad weapons, but they're still man-portable.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
and if he's like taking a Jeep out, he could just hurl a couple of missiles in the Jeep, put them down, blow him if he's gotta. And if he's gotta, if he has to leave, just leave the fucking missiles. It's 2 SRMs.
Hi, Marm.
That wasn't Marm, that was the printer.
That's the printer doing weird noises.
Wait, your printer is running?
Nope.
Huh. Huh.
Alright, I'm down for that plan, Bruce.
okay. I will make it happen. I will leave in the afternoon and then try to do the foot march part of the infiltration at night
Okay.
and set up somewhere where I can get if I remember correctly, their base camp is it's not on a rise, it's more down in a valley.
Yep.
So I want to get a place maybe a mile or two out where I can just observe them for an extended period of time.
Okay.
I've got explosions as a skill, if that helps.
Ooh.
Is your skill really just explosions? Like that is the name of the skill?
Yeah, pretty sure, because I don't have my sheet anymore. But
Oh, that's
part of my
right.
background is that I was a demolitions expert before I was a mech pilot.
I love the idea of explosions being a skill, like you're Mr. Torque from Borderlands.
I've got just one question for you.
Explosions?
All right, Bruce, you get to about 2 miles away at the
Okay.
top of the ridge, and you realize there's nothing between the ridge and you. You're at the edge of the woods. Because when it lands, all of the exhaust gases, have to go somewhere.
Okay.
And they kind of flattened everything around it.
I mean, I'm gonna just observe from the edge of the wood then.
Yep.
Via telephoto lens and rifle scope.
Okay.
And just try to see what information I can gain.
So stealth, you don't really need to hide.
No, go on, Ivan.
You got a sheet with you? What's a good skill for observation?
And then probably just intelligence.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I have a 10.
You see, like the vehicle crews moving about, and you see what looks like it might be just regular the techs and the assistant techs,
Right.
making sure everything's taken care of. You do notice that the mechs that are there, and I'll get Daniel a list later of what you actually see. They're like marching, for lack of a
Perception.
better. Is there a
Perception is
perception?
an int skill. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Well,
an int skill. So
that was fine. It was fine.
So they're marching. Are they like?
They're drilling
they're like practicing being coordinated.
and moving. Oh, it seems like it might just be like in basic when you're learning drill and ceremonies.
That's the question that I was going to ask. Like, is it like very basic drill to like learn how to move as a unit, or is it like actually practicing like advancing on an objective and movement to contact?
The first one. There's also some gunnery,
Okay.
but it's very. They're like at the range. They're in a line. There's not. It's not the moving target range. It's not the moving forward, practicing contact or anything. It's they're on the range, shooting.
Okay.
No ballistic weapons. All energy.
So they're not wasting ammo.
Yeah.
Hey man, bullets are expensive.
Bullets are expensive, especially big bullets.
Big bullet, big dollar.
And again, you see the same kind of. There's a few in that color scheme for the Tortuga Fusiliers, and you
Okay.
realize that the dropship is in the same scheme, but the mechs are more ragtag. There's the Tortuga scheme, but there's also other paint schemes available from a smattering of different places.
Okay. Do I have any video recording ability? Like that's not a thing that I purchased. Like I didn't buy a video camera.
Oh, so it's not on a steady cam over your shoulder?
I mean, we have like limited gear to start, and that's not a thing that I purchased.
What?
I remember doing that.
Would,
Everybody laughed at me until I was filming crime scenes.
would future binoculars just come with video recording?
The nice pairs.
I mean, so the problem with the Battletech universe is some tech is amazing and some tech is like World War II tech.
Well, yeah.
And it depends. You guys are a low tier merc unit. I mean, even wherever you came from probably wasn't like high end house gear or anything like that.
I mean, like if I had my mech, I could just like roll gun cameras and
Right.
do. But like part of this was to infiltrate on foot.
Is
like
it back?
Welcome back.
blow stuff
Father,
up.
can you
and mess with
hear
dangerous-
me?
I do remember that because we did play once, and I was like the typical
Oh,
redneck,
that's weird.
and I got a car, but I was also the only one in the group that didn't have the drive skill. But I refused to let people drive my car.
I very much remember Florida Man.
That's right. That's right. I was Florida man. I was typical Florida man with the powers of all Florida men gathered together. Any shirt I put on, the sleeves fell off.
I remember being the only person who could drive in Shadowrun.
I
Okay.
mean, we need to get back to Shadowrun because I was really enjoying the run down Highway 5 in California.
Hey, Shadowrun's my jam.
Dude, Shadowrun's so cool. It's such a neat setting.
Yeah,
Sure
Ray.
is.
These assholes covered their cargo van with
Hold on. It wasn't these assholes. It was this asshole.
That asshole. That one right there.
Singular. This guy right here.
I was not there for this.
Okay, am I back?
You're
You are
back.
Okay.
We're just having fun talking about Shadowrun now.
Okay.
So Ray, they covered their van with liquid crystal displays, and were catcalling the opposition the whole way down the highway.
It was supposed to be a camouflage paint, but I hacked it and was just using it like MS Paint to shit talk on the
Free
highway.
candy. Free candy, free Wi-Fi.
It was more like getting shot at and saying, "Don't scratch my paint, fucker."
Okay. So you see the cougar, Bruce. He's there.
Yep.
He's chilling. He seems to be taking care of the gunnery and the marching and everything. There's also a catapult and a thunderbolt wandering around.
Oh, what, mate?
Ooh.
And you notice parked right by the ramps for the dropship, there's a
Angry kitty?
no. What are we gonna use for mech recognition? Because you know a lot of mechs, I'm sure, but even with your binoculars, because these may not be as obvious.
So 2 trash cans full of bees.
Behind each other's
Intelligence roll
shoulders?
is a 9.
Perception does include noticing detail.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be some kind of intelligence.
Okay. What'd you have, Bruce? You said a 9?
9, yeah.
You see that there's a longbow, which is very distinctive. A striker, and a cyclops, and 2 mechs that you're not sure what they are.
Those
But-
are all very large.
But they are large on the order of come on, stream, be back. I'm back. Be back. Okay, good. They are large on the order of the other 2.
Like
Now,
assault
what-
mech large.
Yeah.
What mechs did you list off, Dad? T-Bolt, Longbow, Cyclops,
And catapult.
Catapult.
Okay, so there's actually spooky mechs now.
Well, and here's the thing. How many... They should have, based on the numbers you've given us and what we've killed in math, approximately 9 mechs left.
Yeah.
And 4 of them are big. Because the longbow is either a high, heavy, low assault. I don't remember. The catapult and a T-bolt are both heavies.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 100% sure a Cyclops is an assault.
Yep.
Cyclops is dummy thick.
Yeah, it is.
As soon as it is dark, I'm going to start my exfiltration.
Okay.
Like not an emergency exfiltration, but just a regular exfiltration.
Yep. You get away, no problem.
Okay. So I will report to Mikey the Cyclops, Longbow, Thunderbolt, and whatever that other one was.
Catapult.
Catapult. And then we
yeah.
can confirm a cougar and a locust. Plus
At least,
whatever
like,
2 other guys ran away last week that I forget.
out at least 2 of those
Vulcan
are like
and Valkyrie.
missile boats.
Valkyrie and what, Dad?
Vulcan.
Are you out of your Vulcan mind?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's, again, based on math, I'm not saying that all of our information is 100% correct. There's 1 unidentified mech in the mix. Because with what we know, we can identify 8 mechs that they have.
And that Cougar seems to be in charge and was leading a bunch of the smaller mechs in what looked like very basic training movements. Like how to mech warrior 101.
Yep. Okay, so you couldn't do video, but I'll say you could do pictures.
Okay.
Let's see. Daniel's got Il Clan Sarna up. With the pictures, let's do int. I'll give you like a +3.
Oh, I have tech empathy, which I don't think actually helps with this, but it's +1 to non-combat tech tests directly involving technology.
Okay, this isn't a
So-
tech test. You're Googling. You're Sarnaing.
Hey, I rolled an 11 before modifiers this time.
Okay. It's a striker and a rampage.
I don't. Striker sounds familiar.
Not stalker, striker.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. Rampage sounds bad for my health.
Rampage does indeed sound bad for my health.
Those last 2 are in Fusilier colors.
So they're probably old then?
Rampage is, in fact, really bad for health.
Eee.
It's an 85-ton boy made of gun.
What
Wait,
I'm
wait.
hearing is we need to try and see if we can peel off these mechs one by one, right?
Yeah, separate them out somehow.
Because if we have to go against 400 tons of hate,
Fuck.
we don't get to win.
Both of what Dad listed off at the end are assault mechs. It's an 80 and 85-ton mechs. So long story short, we've killed all of their small stuff, and now there are only big boys left.
There's a Valkyrie out there.
Long story short.
And a Vulcan.
And the Cougar. Those are all small. What else is small, Dad?
You know, stuff. You don't know what that last mech is.
Us.
Comparatively, the catapult's kind of tiny.
Relatively speaking, the catapult's a little guy. Okay. So we need to figure out a way to pull some of them away. I doubt we're going to be able to get a nice ambush like that again.
No.
So just our access to like Ilklan Sarna. Like the rampage also directly references Stefan Aramis or Amaris.
I didn't read anything on it. I just looked at what it had and how big it was.
Daniel, one of the pilots comes to you and says, "Sir, we're getting an incoming transmission."
One of which pilots?
Dropship pilots.
Oh, okay. From? I have a feeling I know who, but tell me anyways.
Unknown transponder.
Yeah, I have a guess. I'll be right there, and I'm gonna go and take the call on the bridge.
Okay.
Bruce, help me out. I haven't, I'm drawing a brain fart. Make a Star Trek reference.
Do what?
Make a Star Trek reference. I can't for the life of me make one right now.
I mean, Captain, you're being hailed on the bridge.
I mean,
Yeah,
do you want
Captain, we're
on
being
screen? You want on screen? We're
on
being
screen.
hailed.
Thank you.
Put them on screen.
On screen. Number 1, make it so.
Greetings, enemy commander, or Mikey's Marauders, I might add.
How can I help you, Tortuga Fusiliers?
No, neg, but I understand.
Thought we picked up some clanner speak in that message in the decrypted messages we got.
I would like to issue you a bachal.
Your terms being? Hold on, I have to do it for Campbell. This is out of character. But my bachal!
You dare refuse my bachal?
You dare refuse my bachal?
I was waiting.
What are
I was waiting.
I hate contractions. Also clanners. Bachal.
Sibco?
Sibco.
Not technically a contraction. It's not can't. It's two
Technically
words.
not.
Exactly.
Technically,
If we win, you leave.
I'm
If
under
you
contract.
win, if you win, we leave.
I'm under contract. I can't void the contract by leaving like that.
We understand. We will pay your part.
What are you bringing
we
to
will
the table?
repay.
You can't repay my reputation.
You can't win back your life.
I can't.
You cannot win back your life. I'm slipping.
I said I can't.
No, I'm slipping.
Oh. Campbell, mute your shit. What are you bringing?
What forces do you offer?
Hey, Dad, not the Irby.
We got Trailer Irby. You want to fight Trailer Irby?
Meanwhile, in the periphery,
Somewhere in the periphery. Oh no.
Panther, Jenner, Blackjack, Trebuchet, Archer. Correct?
Yes.
Queen Egg? Quiaf?
Yes.
Excellent. I put forth. Hang on. Pages, so many pages. My Cougar. The Valkyrie. A Vulcan. A Dervish. And a Thunderbolt.
T-Bolt.
As much as I hate to say it, that's not that's a winnable fight.
That's a winnable fight. The T-Bolt's the only one we really have to be worried about.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to be worried about a lot more than that, but that's not the point.
Are these acceptable, Quiaf?
Acceptable.
As the challenged, you name the place.
I would choose not somewhere super open, but somewhere with decent lines of sight. If that makes sense. Like a nice, healthy 40K table where there's something big and stupid in the middle.
That's fine. Just you pick these coordinates.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. At what time?
When the sun's at my back.
No, like days.
Oh. How long until our mechs are fully repaired?
About 3 days, we'll say.
About 4 days.
Excellent. We'll meet you then.
We think too much alike.
Until then, click.
All right, let's get to the fucking bridge. We have a problem for later. And then I will fill everyone in on our upcoming battle. Hold on, I have to scroll up for names.
How
Tommy,
much? Go ahead.
go ahead first, Jessica.
I was going to say how much do we trust him to only bring what he mentions?
Sure don't. But he's a clanner who put out a bachal. So I think as long as we're honest, he'll probably be honest. Because he's a clanner.
Isn't the history of the Batchal that they would make the Batchal before they even dropped from orbit?
To my knowledge, typically, but these are strange situations. I'm also going to let the planetary government know, like, this is the decision that I'm making. I'm confident in our abilities, but I have made an agreement that I have to honor at the end of this. If this goes wrong, I'm sorry. I know that's not much consolation, but we're going to die trying, most likely, or succeed. Find out in 4 days.
We understand. They have not been particularly violent to the population. We do not think that would change.
I certainly hope not. But I just wanted to keep you apprised of a potential change in contractual agreements.
We understand. Hopefully this goes well.
I'm hoping so too. It's going to be awfully fucking expensive if it doesn't.
Or deadly. Don't forget.
Or
deadly.
fatal. Thanks, Tommy. Don't remind me. Also, Tommy, put your dumbest accent on every clanner word you can and just start belting it at him while we're fighting for me.
F.
Attaboy.
Excuse me. So, Daniel, do you remember any of the unit history that we had come up with from before Mikey took over the Marauders?
Other than the fact that the company name that my brain has actively brain dumped because it's terrible, got their shit rocked, and Mikey ended up being the only survivor, or the only person who wanted to stay after the fights. No.
Zax Zuman Zuavs.
Yes, that name that I forgot.
I have to let dog out. I'll be back.
So you let everybody know they go to start making their preparations. But the unit would know, and this is so Twitch has a little bit more than the condensed version. The Zouaves were contracted to raid a planet that was supposed to be minimally defended, but turned out to be a staging area. So they ran into more than they expected, and Mikey was the only one to really get away. Mikey, you get back to your stateroom, and you have an email.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna open it.
And this is where we're going to end for the night, because this would be a nice little cliffhanger.
Email.
Greetings, Michael. You may
Oh,
not know
God.
me, but I'm Zach, your former commander Zach's sister. And you seem to have what's mine.
I mean,
And it's an email. There's no,
I
remember?
was gonna respond to the email.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're about to
by
start talking
law,
to the email.
it's mine. Look,
And I'm going to come take it. Signed, Zariel, Commander Zariel Zulus.
God, all the Z's.
So many Z's.
Hey, at least it's alliterative, man.
They got-
you could send
they got
back the email
one
that
thing
says
going for 'em.
"Zuck my dick."
Zuck, Zai, Zick.
That's Zeds for our Canadian viewers.
Yes, Zed for anybody from Canada or
America's
England. Or England.
We have those?
All right, guys. That's where we'll end. We have a nice little cliffhanger for Mikey. We have a battle set up for next week. And we'll go from there. So, have a good evening, Twitch.
Yeah,
Good
Campbell's
night.
gonna back and
Goodbye.
be like, "Where'd everybody go?"
Goodbye, everybody.
God,
Goodbye.
yes, everyone just log off. Don't say anything to Campbell.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Where's it?